Welcome to episode 2 of Self-Compassion with me, Octavia McIsaac. Today we're going to be exploring motivation and determination. Through seeing your darkest self, you will find your brightest self from within. Now, when we talk about motivation and determination, this is where we're talking about self-compassion as a long-term solution versus short-term solutions like beyond medications and using drugs, short-term solutions. Ones that won't help you out in the long run or might have side effects. Now, a short-term solution tends to be easier, like taking a pill, but it can have more consequences, like a pill can have side effects, and it won't last long. The effects of a medication can only last a certain period of time before you start to come back to yourself. Now, learning self-compassion, it's harder. Oh, it's much harder. It's painful even at times to really get into these darkest memories, and there are these places that you don't want to go inside because you were hurt. You feel injured. But know that by doing this, you are helping yourself in the long run, and this will last. You can't take self-compassion away from someone. It is there. Just like once you learn how to ride a bike, you're not going to unlearn how to ride a bike. It's more like if you had a leakage problem in your house, the short-term solution would be to put duct tape there. Now, you might accidentally mess up something that could cause worse damage, and when that duct tape breaks, it's all over the place. You have to call a plumber, and the expenses are rising when initially you could have had a long-term solution. Though it might have been a bit more expensive, it would be less expensive and better in the long run. Now, with motivation, well, you have to figure out what motivates you. Are you motivated by the people in your life? Are you motivated by certain feelings, those feelings of determination? Are you someone who has dreams, and are these dreams what drive you to create that change in your life? Now, whatever it is for you, I want you to latch on to that to help you get through this process of self-compassion. Now, how determined you are will make a difference. Now, you can start out the base area where you're just like, no, who cares about all this self-compassion talk? I'd prefer to just do anything else. I don't really care. To being somewhat, you're willing, you have some motivation there now. You could stop doing it if it gets too hard, but you have some motivation there. You're willing to try. Or you've gone into a place in your life like I did where I was having suicidal thoughts, and I was willing to do anything to create that change so I would not have to go back to a place of wanting to commit suicide. Now, it's important in this area to create motives for yourself, to create these ideas and to create things like rewards. Like for me, I had necklaces that I had for myself. It's once I learn a bit more about myself, I'll give myself this necklace to represent all that I've learned and all that I've done. A ring that I bought for myself later on to represent that commitment to myself and how much this really mattered to me and how I would always be there for myself. Kind of like a marriage. And you can also, though this might not fit for everyone, this helped me a lot, was to create rules. Now, when you're creating your own rules, it's like creating things like, okay, I have to do a daily checkup, I have to eat well, or as well as you can with whatever budget you have. Sleeping is very important. It helps our brain function. It's good to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. Just do as much as you can to really increase your body's overall functioning and to really be able to function the best in your life, and to get some exercise in and doing things that you enjoy. Just to have these kind of basic rules that will help you continue and help you try your best. And if you need them, you can kind of have some consequence. Now, nothing harmful. When I initially started this lifestyle, I initially thought, oh, I'm doing so bad, there's something wrong with me. I used to hit myself, scratch myself until I bled, until I realized that was part of the problem. I was being too hard on myself, and that was part of what I needed to help myself with, is to stop taking out all my anger on myself, because it really isn't our fault. When we have these things, when we want to hear ourselves, we have to be compassionate when we're feeling this way, when we're feeling really angry, when we're feeling bad, and realize everyone has those feelings at times, that we are not alone. And that instead, if you're going to have consequences, make them something like no Netflix for the night, that you have to go to bed early, you have to eat kale, go on a long walk. These things are healthy for you. It's better that we don't have as much screen time, and that these are helpful and they'll kind of motivate us to work a bit harder. But at the same time, we're not doing anything that might be harmful to us instead. So I urge you in this to really think about what will help you to get through the tougher times, the tougher subjects that we will be exploring in the future. I wish you the best of luck. Have a great time. See you next time. Bye.